Why did I think I could walk to the Burger King? It's Comics and Shots, a completely improvised semi-comedic musing by Howard Stern's Mick the Nerd, aka YouTube and TikTok's Mick the Man, aka Mick the Maverick, aka a guy who parked in a Taco Bell parking lot and thought it would make more sense to walk to the Burger King from there and then just drove there. I was not late to my orders, thankfully, but yeah. Today's subject, JR's artwork. A defense of. Yeah, you're probably going to see the only video on here from someone who hates the 2022 Spider-Man run defending JR's art, John Romita Jr. Because here's the thing, I don't think his art is bad. I think it's weird. I think he has a very specific style that works for some stories and sometimes doesn't work for others. And I'm not sure it worked for Spider-Man all the time. Sometimes it actually looks really good. Really expressed line work on a tombstone in some places. But then it's like sometimes the character looks really far away and it just looks a little odd. He's better at close-ups than far away characters. But when it comes to like formless monsters, like this one version of Parasite he did in Action Comics, mwah, beautiful. It was so freaky and weird looking. I don't think he's a bad artist. I think he might be a rushed artist. I think he might have a weird style, but I don't think he's a bad artist. Especially after seeing some of the art I've seen online for sale. I'm going to keep this vague as possible, but for the love of God. And I also want to emphasize that I'm still getting back into art. I'm going to take some lessons and everything, but I know what good art is, I know what bad art is, and some people online are a little too confident to get their stuff out there right away. They're told, oh, it doesn't have to be perfect. And so we just get the story out right away and forget what the artwork will look like. And then you just get a lot of amateur-ass looking indie books. And I'm sorry to put it out there, but there are some books, I'm not going to say the names of, that look like major ass. It's gotten so bad that I made a video complimenting John Romita Jr.'s artwork, which, by the way, I still think isn't the worst thing I've ever seen, but I get why some people don't like it. He's not perfect. But, to be fair, compared to most amateur artists I've seen, he's like leagues above. It's either a mix, it's kind of a mix of him being rushed and just having a weird style. Yeah. Also on the subject, Riley Rosmo's not a bad artist either. They just have a weird way of drawing. Why did I say writing? Do they write? I don't know. Yeah. Like, don't rush yourselves. Actually work on the line work. Actually work on character design. Like, I know you want to get it out there, but also work on making a quality product. Please. I'm probably the only person online who's actually openly critical of independent comics in the modern day, and I feel there should be more. I feel we should be more open about what art is bad. People used to be, like, remember back in the day when people would criticize Control-Alt-Delete all the time? I miss that. Nowadays, people are afraid of criticizing independent artists because we don't want to hurt their feelings. You should support the little guy. But sometimes the little guy isn't the best at their job. Sometimes they need to be told, hey, you can do better. But also sometimes you need to like have an open mind and realize that it might not just be them being a bad artist, but them being their style. I know this sounds really open-ended and confusing, but sometimes you gotta wonder, are they a bad artist or is that their style? Always wonder that. But maybe not if they make the dog characters in like their book. The male ones all look like regular dog people, but the females have the biggest naturals of all time. With, you know what I'm talking about. And have faces that barely look like dogs either. Furry artists, come on now. I'm not telling you not to make your weird porn. I'm saying have better art styles, please. This is 99% about furry artists and webcomics. Like, god damn it, people. Ugh. Why are your female-looking characters so human-looking while your lion looks like an actual lion? Work on yourself, man. Work on yourself. And if you can't do colors, just do it in black and white. It's fine. It's fine, people. Black and white can be beautiful. If you can't do colors, if you're not a professional colorist, please just do black and white. For the love of God. It's like, it is so easy to color a comic book wrong. It's so easy. I'm not a colorist. I'm mostly a regular character artist and a minimalist at that. I'm a minimalist and a surrealist. But I still try to make it look good in my style, or I'm going to. I'm going to reboot my comic Dark One Chronicles, and I'm going to do a kid-friendly comic as well. But that one, you know, also a webcomic. I'm not going to print it up yet. I'm definitely not going to, like, advertise it every other video. And just make claim for deals. I'm sorry, but I follow comic book TikTok, and I'm just sick of so many self-aggrandizing comic book creators shoving their works in my faces when it's like, just stop it, okay? Once again, hire a colorist, and the lady dogs don't need to have the giant knockers. It's weird, okay? Ugh. Ugh. And JR, you might be a cool dude. With that, like, comment, and subscribe. Donate if you're feeling nice. Share it with a bear. And always remember, praise be to the blood elk, fear the stabbopotamus, and death to Kronos. Working title for my kid comic, Alpha Dog and the Animal League. Workshopping it. Have a night, folks.